Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of The Hard Truth. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are awesome. Hey, get ready because I know you're getting ready to have an awesome week. Okay, listen, I forgot to put this, I didn't forget I made a mistake and I didn't merge my videos right. So this snippet here was left out of part one of um, there's something about Bethany. So this is part two, but really it's part one that I left out. All right, so let's get with the rest of this document. Grab that coffee, a nice cup of tea as we begin our story. Okay, this article is paraphrasing a lot of what was in the subpoena, and the response is surviving roommate in Idaho student slayings won't have to appear as suspects hearing, and this was published on April the 24th, the same month of the filing. All right, I want to read this part here. Bethany wrote, Bethany Falk has information material to the charges against Mr. Kohberger. Portions of information Ms. Falk has is exculpatory to the defendant. Ms. Falk's information is unique to her experiences and cannot be provided by another witness. In other words, what she saw with her own eyes, her own two eyes. Okay, Funk's motion to quash the subpoena said the statements in the affidavit are without support, and there's no further information or detail pertaining to the substance of this testimony, its materiality, or the alleged exculpatory information of Ms. Funk, or why it will be entertained at preliminary hearing. First of all, they don't want it at preliminary hearing. And I think the grand jury was the result of a large part of the grand jury was because they didn't want Bethany speaking at a preliminary hearing. Okay, and that's a red flag for me as far as the prosecution's case. Why do you care? You know, if you've got this guy, what does harsh say? Harsh reality. If you got this guy bang the rights, why are you worried about what Bethany has to say? Huh? What are you worried about it for? And then you saying there's no further information. All right, then let her speak. Right? I mean, you bringing you throwing the kitchen sink at the defense because of Bethany making a statement at a preliminary hearing, and you saying wait to the trial. Now you saying wait for the trial. Kohberger saying wait for the trial for the alibi. They said wait for the trial for Bethany Funk. So this is gonna be very interesting. Everybody's waiting for the trial for the real evidence to come out, but the real evidence is already out. Okay, the evidence is your behavior, both sides. Okay, the prosecution's behavior and the defense. To me, that's evidence. The way you reacting to this stuff is neither side has a good poker face. We can tell what they don't like and what they're trying to hide. All right. The motion also said that the subpoena was issued without having first allowed Funk to address her concerns, and that there is no authority for an Idaho criminal defendant to summon a Nevada witness to Idaho for preliminary hearing. Okay, He's a criminal defendant, but he hasn't been convicted yet. All right. And if she's speaking on something related to him being convicted, he has a right to summon. That's my opinion. Even if she is aware of evidence that could help clear Kohberger's name. This is the defense saying, even if she is aware of evidence that could, you just said there's no further information. What you mean, even if she's aware? I mean, that's a red flag for me. You know, Chief Fry sat up there and said there's no other suspects. This is our guy. We're not looking for anybody else. How do you get to turn around and say, even if she is aware of evidence that could help clear Kohberger's name, it is an issue that should be presented at trial? That's scary. Not a preliminary hearing Funk must attend, the filing said. All right, right there, we know that the prosecution is in big trouble with this testimony from Bethany, and we're going to figure out what it is. Because there's something wrong. There's been something wrong from the beginning. For you to have a witness in the house, Fry didn't want to call her a witness, didn't want anybody even calling her a witness at the press release, remember? And so she gave several statements, but he didn't want the press calling her a witness. But she gave several statements, several interviews. So she is a witness. So you don't want to be called a witness. You don't want to say a word at the preliminary hearing where they could throw this out and send this man home. And, you don't want her to testify at all. Really, to me, a quash. You're saying there's no further information, but then you turn around in the same filing, in the same breath, and say, even if she is aware of evidence that could help. All right? You're not even supposed to be entertaining the possibility. This is your guy. You're not looking for anybody else. You're getting ready to close this case one way or the other, either convicting Kohberger or letting it be a cold case, because you're not going to look for anybody else. All right? What's up with that? So we need to find out what exactly Bethany knows, because it's clear from the filing that the subpoena is for information. It's not about Bethany dating Brian Kohberger. It's about information. And I'm going to prove it to you right quick. All right, back to the filing. Look at number 11. During the course of my investigation, it became known to me that Bethany Funk has information material to the charges against Mr. Kohberger. Portions of information Ms. Funk has is exculpatory to the defendant. Portions of information. Okay, this does not translate to Bethany dating Kohberger, driving his car, having her picture in his phone. It says here in black and white, portions of information Ms. Funk has. So they're concerned about what she told the police. So we can just start our series about Bethany on the right foot by only entertaining what this man said, Richard Bethany, that portions of information is exculpatory to Brian Kohberger. So that's what we're going to base this series on and nothing else. All right? Let's go.